Hello everyone. I am Raja Rajeshwari. Last class we have seen about what is a basic thing of supervised learning and the foundations of supervised learning we have seen in last class itself. The model performance is measured using the cost and loss function, and gradient descent is mainly used for minimizing the training error. So this is a basic thing of supervised learning, and we have the classification regression algorithms. Under classifications, we are going to classify the datas by using the labeled datas in the databases, and under regression we are going to we are going to get the desired outcome by using the continuous values. For example, to predicting the house price and student mark list, so that under comes under the regressions. This is the main objective we are going to see in this lecture video. This and all we have seen in last class itself. The introduction of model fitting we have seen in last class itself, right? Now we are going to see about what is underfitting. So here, the underfitting is which is mainly occurs when the model is too simple. It'll maybe fails to capture underlying patterns. So it performs poorly on both training and test data. So it associated with high bias. So when while training the model, it'll performs poor datas and poor datas during the testing and training, means it will associated with high bias. So it will causes insufficient features, oversimplified models, and inadequate training. So this is the basic causes of underfitting. So the diagram will represent low variance and high variance. So low variance and high variance with low bias means underfitting, and low variance with high bias and high variance is also an cause of underfitting. So this is the graphical illustrations of bias and variance. So when bias and variance, when underfitting comes under low bias and low variance with low bias and high variance. So here, low variance with high bias and high bias with high variance, that and all comes under from underfitting. So it is mainly fails to capture underlying patterns. So this is the concept of underfitting. So it will causes insufficient features and oversimplified model and inadequate training. So this is the basic concept of underfitting. So underfitting comes under supervised learning. It'll specifying the data which is too simple. Model will train when the model is too simple and fails to capture underlying patterns. So this is leads to mainly under fitting. And next thing is bias and variance and trade-off. So here, the bias is error due to overly simple assumptions, and variance is error due to sensitivity to data fluctuations. So increasing model complexity, which is decrease bias and increase variance, and optimal point minimizes total error. So here, the graph will represent the model complexity with the error. So here, which is bias squared and variance leads to optimum model complexity. So total error is equal to bias squared plus variance, and the thing is which increasing the model complexity, and it will causes the decrease bias and increase variance. So this is the basic thing of bias, variance, and trade-off. So Bias means error due to overly simple assumptions, and variance means error due to sensitivity to data fluctuations. So next thing is preventing underfitting. So this is going to we're going to see in last class. Sorry, next class. Thank you.